everyone, my name is Nur Haliza. For this assignment, today we will be sharing a bit about our financial journey as a student, the challenge we have faced, our habits, and what our vision of a rich life looks like. Let's start with mine. First, financial challenge. Like many students, one of my biggest struggle was managing daily expenses with limited allowance from my parents. To support myself, I worked part-time at a Western food stall on weekends, but honestly, I was not very disciplined. Most of the time, my salary finished quickly. From this experience, I learned that money is very easy to spend but very hard to earn, and that self-control is really important. As for financial habits, one good habit I have developed is avoiding borrowing money from others. I prefer working part-time or managing my own allowance, but I also had negative habits like lending money, and until today, the money was never returned. I know I need to improve, so I plan to start saving at least 50 ringgit per month, track my expenses more carefully. Next is about designing my rich life. For me, a rich life is not just about having a lot of money. It's about stability, freedom, and the ability to take care of my parents without worrying about financial limits. My dream is to have my own car and house, a stable career, and the chance to travel anywhere I want. As for my financial vision, in 5 years, I want to graduate with first class to avoid paying PTPTN, secure a stable job, buy my first car, and save at least 5,000 for emergency. In 10 years, I hope to be married, own a house with my husband, and grow my saving to 50,000 ringgit. And in 20 years, I want to have two kids, a boy and a girl sounds good. Buy my parents a new home, give them 1,500 ringgit every month, and bring them to Japan with me. To reach this goal, I will need to focus on saving consistently, controlling my spending, and building my investment step by step. So, that's a little bit about my financial journey and my vision for my rich life. Now, I will pass it on to my group members to share her story.
Hi everyone, my name is Umairah. So now I'll be sharing about my financial journey. First, one of my biggest challenges as a student is having a limited allowance. Sometimes it's really hard to cover daily expenses. To solve this, I started doing part-time job on weekends, which is training in camping, and whenever I have free time, I'll be the driver of Grab car. And honestly, I learned the value of earning my own money and managing my time wisely. Second, I love to travel with my friends, but travel costs like bus ticket, food accommodation can be expensive. So what I did was plan the trips early, share costs with my friends, and set a fixed travel budget. This taught me how to balance fun with financial responsibility. And the third challenge was unexpected expenses, like when my laptop suddenly needed repairs. I had to use my savings and cut down on eating out for a while. From this, I learned the importance of having an emergency fund. From these experiences, I developed some good habits like saving part of my allowance every month, planning my travel early to reduce costs, and spending carefully on big items. But I also have some bad habits like buying expensive snacks too often, lending money to friends without planning, and sometimes overspending on unplanned trips. So now I try to limit snack spending, only lend money after securing my own savings, and prepare a travel fund before going on any trips. Next is my rich life vision. I want to travel around the world, own a comfortable house, drive a dream car, build a successful business, and give back to the community through charity and education programs. For my personal financial vision, in 5 years, I want to save 20,000 to clear my education debts and start a small side business. In 10 years, I want to expand it into a bigger company and own a landed house. And in 20 years, I want to build my retirement savings, have stable investment, and travel to at least 10 countries with families and friends. To achieve this, I plan to set automatic savings every month, attend financial literacy workshops, and create a yearly budget for travel, investment, and business growth. So, that is my financial journey and vision for the future. So let's hear my friend's story. Thank you for listening.
My name is Nur Intan Shahira and I'd like to share my financial journey as a student. One challenge I faced was managing university fees and daily expenses, which I handled by applying for a PTPTN loan and prioritizing essentials. I also struggled to save because of social spending, so I started setting aside saving first before leisure. Unexpected medical and transport costs taught me the value of an emergency fund. From these experiences, I learned that financial planning is necessary and saving must always come before spending. I do have positive habits like saving 10% of my allowance and budgeting for essentials, but I also tend to overspend on food delivery and buy wants before needs. To improve, I plan to meal prep more, set automatic savings, and use a 2 to 3 day rule before buying non-essentials. My vision of rich life is not just about money, but also about security and freedom. To me, being financially secure means not worrying about bills and having the freedom to choose my career and lifestyle. I want to enjoy annual international trips to places like Japan, Switzerland, and many more countries in Europe, while also owning a reliable car that is fully paid off. For me, a rich life is about comfort, stability, and meaningful experience. Looking ahead, I have a clear financial vision for myself. In the short term, my goals are to save 12,000 ringgit by age 27, pay off my PT-PTN loan within 4 years, and build an emergency fund covering 3 months of expenses. In the medium term, within 10 years, I want to secure a stable job with a salary of at least 7,000 ringgit, buy my first condo by age 32, and provide steady financial support to my parents. For the long term, I hope to travel every year, fully own my home, possibly invest in a second property, and hold a senior position with a healthy work-life balance. To achieve this, I plan to save consistently, avoid unnecessary debt, and practice mindful spending.
Hi, my name is Hanisah, and I will share my financial challenges, habits, and my future financial vision. Let's start with financial challenges. I often run out of allowance yearly because of high food and transport costs. I also overspend on shopping apps like Shopee, especially on skincare. Emergencies like replacing a broken phone drain my saving, and impulse spending make it hard to commit to long-term saving. How I handle it. To manage, I work during semester break, share rides, and split bill with friends, and deleted some shopping apps. I focus more on needs like study material instead of want. From this, impulse buying can destroy a budget quickly. Self-control and planning are essential, and saving even small amount regularly make a difference. For financial habits, some positive habits I built were cooking simple meals, saving small amount, and sharing right. But I also had negative habits like overspending on shopping promotion, buying coffee and branded snack too often, and forgetting to track expenses after the start of the month. For my improvement plan, I plan to save at least RM100 for emergencies or Umrah. Limit coffee and snack to twice a week, bring food from home, and track expenses consistently, especially using an app or notebook. My rich life is living comfortable with my family, financially secure, driving my dream car, and owning a house. I support my parents, give my children the best, perform Umrah and Hajj, run a thriving fashion business while traveling the world, and retire yearly with a peace of mind and happiness. For my financial vision, in the short term, within 5 years, I want to graduate, secure a stable job earning, buy a Toyota Yaris, save RM14,000 for emergencies, and travel and start saving for Umrah and Hajj. In the medium term, I want to get married, build a family, buy a landed house, prepare education funds for my 3 children, and start investing. In the long term, I want to run a successful fashion business, travel to Switzerland and Norway, and retire yearly with SRM 100,000 in saving and investment. Now, let's continue with my friend.
And finally, I will share a bit about my own financial journey as a student. Honestly, managing money has not always been easy for me. Most of my allowance and PT-PTN went straight to food, transport, and study needs. But I often got tempted by online shopping and little things I didn't really need. At the end of the month, I realized I had very little left for savings. To handle this, I started cooking simple meals at home to cut down food costs. I also tried to reduce unnecessary spending, especially things I just wanted, not needed. And I began tracking my expenses, even small ones, just to see where my money went. What I learned is that small daily expenses really do add up quickly. Tracking my spending helped me separate between needs and wants and made me more aware of my habits. Now, I try to maintain good habits like recording expenses and saving at least 50 to 100 ringgit every month. Even though I still have some negative habits, like overspending during online sales or impulse buying, but I'm working on reducing that and start small investments soon. And for me, my rich life means being financially free without worrying about basics, supporting my parents, living a balanced life, traveling to see the world, and build savings and investment for future security. In the next 5 to 20 years, my goals are to graduate and secure a stable career, save enough for emergencies, own a car, buy a house, invest regularly, and one day, achieve financial independence. The steps are simple. Budget wisely, invest early, and control lifestyle inflation. It's not always easy, but I believe it's possible if I stay consistent. And with that, we have come to the end. Thank you for your time.